So IDGAFOU... Wait, what? IDGAFOS is Yui. I'm just going to call him Yui. So it's Yui v. Schneider. Schneider obviously has a knack for Nerazim. We'll see if he'll pick the same thing. I'm not sure who Yui will be playing. Yui played Nerazim against Claire, and Yui played... I don't know who Yui played against Lime, so we will see. But the winner of this will face off against Groovy Man. The winner of that will face the finals. So we do have 3 more rounds left. And the Twitch chat's talking about mirror matchups. I enjoyed the mirror matchup that we saw. These races are very different. I think the reason a lot of people don't like mirror matchups in StarCraft 2, like vanilla StarCraft 2, is that the meta is established, and you can imagine both players just sort of doing the same thing. There's really no meta established here, so you're going to see 2 players probably do slightly different things, even though it's a mirror matchup. So that's cool. Nerazim! Ooh! That's big. All right, so it really comes down to it. I'm curious. Oh, one player must not have started their probe quickly or something. There was like a resource discrepancy there. That was interesting. Ah, so these players must know each other. So we have a mirror matchup of Nerazim with 2 players that are friends. There's no easier way to destroy friendships than playing online games against them or with them, and you have differing skill levels. Well, see, everyone wants to say Nerazim's overpowered, but now we have Nerazim v. Nerazim. So the question is, which of these players is going to come out on top? I like this a lot. Schneider having a penchant for not really liking to do a faster expand, so I'm curious to know if he's going to try the same build. It's kind of hard for me sometimes to tell the difference, like, because it's mostly the glowing green makes it kind of challenging. Like, if I look at one Nexus versus the other, I'm going to have some issues telling whose units are what if there's some big battle going on. And yeah, Sprome has a good point. Mirror matches are straight up fair. You can never say something's overpowered in a mirror matchup, because both players have access to the exact same things. MOBAs are a good way to lose friends, too. That's where I think playing with your friends with differing skill levels is more likely to destroy friendships than anything else. All right, Cybercore coming out from Yui. Cybercore coming out from Schneider. But I think, yeah, I mean, Yui's will finish a little earlier, but unless he plans on doing some sort of proxying by getting that warp pylon tech, then I don't think the cyber timing difference is going to make that much of a difference, especially when it's that close. All right, so we have a scout coming over here from Yui, but no scout from Schneider. I have a feeling he's going to be doing the same thing. Oh, moving his Fnatic out just as... Well, I was going to say Yui has his probe down here. Actually, maybe he is going to proxy. I thought he was sending this down to scout. He's leaving this down here for a reason. I'm curious to know. And Schneider moving his single Fnatic across the map to scout with. We have a second Fnatic from Yui scouting as well, even though he's got a probe. Yeah, the fact that he's moving this Fnatic across the map and leaving this probe here can, to me, only means he plans on doing some sort of proxy build. Yes, okay, he's getting that warp pylons ability. He is going to be researching it. I'm curious to know if Schneider runs up the ramp here and sees the Cybercore researching, he can only imagine that either this guy is, that Yui is researching stalkers or he's researching warp pylons. And I think my first gut instinct would assume he's going for warp pylons. Warp Robo out. He's got an Annihilator. Now, he can't quite get that across the map. And yeah, that Shadow Cannon is on autocast. That's interesting. All right, there, down goes the pylon. And he can walk right up this ramp. He's got access to the natural. But Schneider, again, not going for an expansion. Same thing. Dark Council into Dark Shrine. And where's the Robo, though? No Robo down yet. He must not have the money quite yet. But we do have a Warp Robo here where he can get Annihilators in from across the map. I assume he can warp in Oracles over there, too. Oracles being built from the Robo facility. Interesting. Okay, so here we go. Warp Pylon's down. Warp Pylon research is done. But Dark Shrine on the way from Schneider, as sort of expected, right? And here comes the warp-ins. And Adepts. He researched Adepts. Very good against light units. He's gonna need some detection though. And what do we have here? Warp Robo coming up and trying to force his way. Trying to force his way through Schneider's wall here. It looks like he's gonna get through the Annihilator, busting through here. He does have the Shadow Cannon off of autocast, so he can use that to get his way through. And Adepts, very, very good against light units. Adepts do cost Terrazine though. You can see that Yui's been spending some of his Terrazine. He's got a Warp Prism up here too. The tables have turned. Probe's getting pulled off by Schneider. Poetic justice. I say, you know, not in a mean way, but we'll see what happens here. Yeah, oh man, and we have Adept Micro getting pulled up into the Warp Prisms, sitting right over here, and wow, very interesting. But here's the thing, Schneider does have a Dark Shrine if he can get one Dark Templar out. And is he trying to warp it in somewhere? Yes, he has a Dark Templar out. No detection from Yui. Do you make observers here? No observers. Oh, you have to get that Oracle. He's got to get an Oracle out so he can detect. Dark Templar coming out, and there's the Oracle. There's the Oracle with the detection. It does just have passive detection, and Dark Templar going down. And look at this, Yui on the offensive here. Dark Templar aren't going to save him this time because of that single Oracle. Look at that. Wow, Yui coming out ahead, turning the tables on Schneider, beating him in his own game. Cool. That was a great game. That was great to watch. I like how both players kind of had the same idea, but we saw that Warp Pylon tech being used effectively as opposed to just the Warp Prism. We saw a Warp Prism plus the ability to warp in units from a pylon close by as well, which is quite interesting.